Now, here in Vancouver, the statue was originally put on the west wing of the building, but in 1970 was relocated to the east wing to make way to build the Granville Square and the parking lot that resides there today. And that shift actually symbolized the beginning of the end for passenger rail travel in Canada, because post-World War II, ridership had rebounded, and the Canadian Pacific President Buck Crump ordered a new passenger train fleet that would debut in 1955. A stainless steel streamliner train with scenic viewing domes atop the cars. And this train would be named the Canadian, and it was the perfect way to take in the natural beauty of Canada's landscapes by rail. But when the Trans-Canada Highway was completed in 1962, it ushered in the great decline of passenger trains, because you didn't need to sit on a train with strangers, you could just drive it yourself. So in 1978, Pierre Trudeau's government formed a new government crown corporation, VRL Canada, and they would absorb all Canadian Pacific and Canadian National passenger services, and VRL would operate out of the Waterfront Station for the rest of the year, but in 1979, they would opt to move all passenger trains to Pacific Central in False Creek, and on October 29th, 1979, the final transcontinental train pulled down the tracks and out of downtown Vancouver, with 200 passengers bound from Montreal and, ironically 15 minutes late, never to return again. Now today, it's been almost half a century since that last long-distance passenger train departed, but Waterfront Station has evolved a lot since then. 1977 would see the debut of the C-Bus, which connected downtown Vancouver to North Vancouver's Lonsdale Quay by passenger ferry, boarding passengers off a floating pier that connected to the station via a walking bridge over the tracks below. In 1985 would see the launch of the Expo Line SkyTrain, which is a monorail/subway hybrid that would connect Waterfront Station all the way into Metro Vancouver and Surrey. 1995 saw the West Coast Express, which was a commuter train that would run on the old Canadian Pacific Main Line, going to Port Moody, Coquitlam, and Mission. And 2009 saw the Canada Line SkyTrain debut with service to Richmond and the YVR Airport, just in time for the 2010 Olympics. And today, Waterfront Station is still one of the busiest passenger depots in the country, seeing almost 100,000 riders walk through these doors every day. And that's not even counting the thousands of cruise ship passengers on the water's edge every morning from April until October.